Hi, my name is Beth Hiley here for Board Game Geek, and I'm sitting with Konstantinos Kokinas of Artipia Games, and you brought us a really big box.
Yep.
Just to show you how thick this sucker is. So this is Project Elite.
Yes, exactly. So, let's begin. There's an alien invasion. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
No, there's an alien
I've
invasion.
been here in Hall 7 all day, so I might have missed the news.
So, Earth is under attack, and a special task force called Project Elite is here to defend it. So this is a very special game. It's a it's a fully co-op game, semi-real-time game. So the difference between this game and other real-time games is that in between you have small breaks during which you can re-coordinate and rearrange your strategy based on what is happening on the board. Also, it also gives you a moment to relax because it is really, really intense. So, let me explain the basics. Each person has 4 action dice and a bunch of hit dice in front of them. We begin each round by spawning aliens on the board, and then we will play up to 8 rounds, and each round we spawn aliens on the board, followed by a real-time phase where we use a timer, and we won't really use one. Okay, sorry, I'm still running towards Board Game Geek. After we spawn the aliens, there's a real-time phase where it's called action phase. It takes 2 minutes, and each player has 4 action dice. They roll them again and again, and using the symbols they roll, they try to achieve as much as possible during those 2 minutes. Okay, then there is a pause where the aliens will respond by doing their abilities, if they have, and then moving towards their objective. So, there is one way to win the game, 3 ways to lose it. The way to win the game is complete the objective, which is described on these cards. There are various different setups you can choose from.
We can put those down on the table there.
The colors describe the difficulty, and then there's, based on the map, there's different objectives that you can do. So in this setup that I have done now, what the characters need to do is move towards those objectives here and take them out by adding the symbols indicated there. I will explain shortly how. So after you do the setup based on difficulty and which objective you want to play, you start the game. What you need to do is complete those objectives and return safely. This is how you win. You need to do this within 8 rounds of 2 minutes, real time. 3 ways to lose. The first one, if aliens are attacking from that way and they are moving using the arrows, they are trying to reach this area here. If even one alien steps in the starting player area, then you automatically lose. The second way to lose is if the 8th round is over and you haven't completed the objective. And the third one is if a character dies. Okay, we are a team, so even if one of us dies, we both lose.
You just can't continue on without me, I understand.
Yes, that's exactly what happens. So, let me explain the action dice now. Okay, let's assume that we have a few aliens already on the board during a spawning process that is not really necessary to describe right now. And let's assume that our characters are right there. Okay, so I have Kares, this character, I control him. So this is how this works. We have already spawned, and now we begin the timer, so this happens in real time. Okay, we roll our dice, and we see the symbols, we use whatever we like, and we re-roll everything else. So the first symbol we use is move. Okay, each time I roll one of these, I'm allowed to move to a space either orthogonally or diagonally. Okay, there are 3 other symbols, which is use, search, and fix.
Okay.
And you use those in various situations, like you can come here and search for new weapons and items. You can also use these 3 on various items or weapons. They have the corresponding symbols on them.
The shot stabilizer here wants 2 fix,
exactly.
And the med pack wants 3 use.
Exactly, and this is how you use them. I will explain it shortly with the weapons. There are 2 more symbols in the dice. The first one is the shoot symbol, very important. Most weapons use the shoot symbol. And the best part is the sixth symbol, which is called Alien Move. And let's assume that I'm playing right now.
Whoa.
Let's assume that this is my role. Before I do anything else with my two other dice, or before I choose to reroll everything, perhaps, I need to resolve this. How do I resolve it? I choose any alien on the board for each one, and I move it one step ahead. So while I'm playing, I'm moving the aliens against me, because remember, they are trying to reach this point. So imagine that you are rolling all the time, so you always need to
Makes it dangerous to
do
re-roll,
this.
perhaps.
Okay, so the game allows you to play as fast as you can, because you can re-roll as many times as you like, but at the same time, there's a limitation that as much as you roll, you will be rolling alien move symbols, bringing the opponent closer to their victory. So you need to keep a balance, and this can easily go out of control, because there are, imagine, 4 players rolling all the time, so there's chaos on the board, which I cannot really represent right now. We will need to play a real-time game to show. Anyway, so while you kill aliens, which I will show right now how you do it, then you need to go and take out the objectives. That's your main goal.
Right.
So let's see how a weapon works. Let's assume that I'm right here and I'm rolling this. Okay, this is not good.
Right.
I need to move another guy because of this. My weapon requires 2 pistol symbols to be activated. I already have one, so I can keep it, re-roll the rest until I roll another pistol. In the meantime, I'm bringing more aliens closer to me. Okay, there you go. So I have my 2 symbols. I can now physically place it on there. This means it's activated. I take 2 dice, because this is on the profile of this weapon, and I need a 4 or better to score a hit. So I roll and I fail. So I can then take them back and continue doing the same in the 2-minute limit I have. So I choose these 2 and they die. Okay, so this is what happens. The main difference is that when there's a white background, the weapon can be used as many times as you like during the real-time phase. When there's a red background, the die must stay there for the whole 2 minutes. So these are more powerful actions, like searching or removing objectives or activating special weapons, but at the same time, they lock the dice for the whole 2 minutes. So you will continue playing with only 3 dice. Okay, so after we finish our phase and do everything, the aliens attack. They have their own profiles, their own actions, and their own abilities, and their own movements. During their movements and during some of their abilities, we will get hit. We will receive wounds.
And we know that dying is a way that we can potentially lose.
There's a special mechanism here as well. So if I get wounded, I remove 1 wound. If I lose all 3 of my wounds, then I lose a die permanently, and this resets. So I essentially have 12 wounds, but I need to be careful, because each time I lose 3, my dice are reduced and my capabilities as well.
Now I'm sure the real question people want to know is, are all these minis included with the box this big? I'm guessing the answer is yes.
The box comes with 80 miniatures, lots of different designs, many objectives, and I'm just removing everything to show that there's another side to this board, which provides a totally different challenge.
So you get a lot in this box.
There's a lot in this box. It's 3 kilograms heavy. Yeah, a lot in this box.
Well, if you guys are interested in checking it out, that is Project Elite from Artipia Games.